Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and today we're playing episode number 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Secret Agent X-9. This is the 1945 Universal serial. Universal did a lot of serials based on comic strips that just like Secret Agent X-9 was. They did more serials based on comic strips than Columbia and Republic did combined together. So they did a lot of them. But this was the last one that they did based on a serial. I hope you're enjoying this one. Let's get to it. Please take a moment. Make sure you hit that like and the share and the subscribe button for us as we continue Secret Agent X-9.
Want change off on?
Yes, please.
I saw Phil leave a while ago. Where did he go?
Do you see Pete and Trent?
Yes.
Phil overheard them talking about some men they know who are getting jobs from Nobura.
Do you think there's any connection between Nobura's jobs, the stranger from Tokyo, and 722?
That's what Phil has gone to find out at the house of Shansu.
There can be no doubt, boss, that our plan will ensure final victory to Japan.
Yeah, Nobura. But suppose X-9 finds out what we're really trying to do.
X-9 and Ah Fang lost their last chance to find out about us this afternoon, when you made sure no one followed you. Secret Agent X-9. Welcome to the House of Shansu, Secret Agent X-9. While you die here, Ah Fang will be killed in what looks like a gambler's brawl at the House of Shadows.
You know what to do, Pete?
Yeah, slip me the dough.
$1 don't.
You're for me, Solo. $1 does.
Bets down.
Hands off.
Looks like trouble marker at our farmer's table. Nothing to worry about yet. 2 more he don't.
Bet. 4. Wait a minute. The odd wins. Are you trying to pull something crooked?
There are no crooked games in the House of Shadows.
You're a liar. The big money is on the odd. I saw what you did, and I want my winnings.
Very sorry there are no winnings for you.
You're not going to get off that easy with me. Not on a raw deal like this.
All right. Where were you when all this was going on, Marker? My father just happened to hit the killer, but he'd still have shot our Fong if Solo hadn't dropped him.
Trent there, and you, Pete, ought to know better than pick on anybody working for Lucky Camber. That's why I wasn't on my toes.
You'll have to watch sharper after this, Marker. Spies are taking advantage of Shadow Island's neutrality. That's why Trent is dead now. You, Pete.
Honest, Lucky, I didn't know Trent was gunning for our Fong. I was just paid to beat him up, that's all. I don't want any real trouble.
Knowing you, Pete, that sounds about right to me.
Okay, this time, Pete. I'll beat it.
Okay, I'll take your word on it, Pete. But what about this dead man here? He tried to lead me to a death trap.
That's my cue. Listen, folks. What I'm going to say goes for everyone. I'm the boss around here, and that's the way it has to be. Anybody, get this? That interferes with anyone working for me gets just exactly what Trent got. Include yourself in, Corrigan. You too, Nabora.
You are visible proof, Mr. Corrigan, that I am not always so efficient as I could desire.
But persistent. So am I.
Persistency is wisdom, only when there is a chance for success. I'd leave for the United States if I were you.
It's an old American custom not to travel backwards, Nabora. My people have had to make a virtue of retreat.
As for you, Afang, Mr. Camber has just declared open season on Secret Service men.
And Secret Service women, too, I believe.
All right, give me a hand here.
I must ask a favor of you, Miss Moore.
Certainly, Nabora. What is it?
Takahari is late. I can wait for him no longer. When he comes, tell him to go at once to Trent's room in the house of Lin San.
The house of Lin San. I'll tell him.
Thank you, Miss Moore. And there will be no broadcast tonight from the submarine.
The more pressure X-9 puts on the Bureau, the more help she's going to demand from me. And what chance have I got? Anytime Japan wants to take over Shadow Island, that's that.
But Japan can't move if you stop Nabora.
All you're telling me is try to stop Japan.
I'll also tell you how to do it. Find out the meaning of the number 722.
How did you know about that number?
There isn't much going on around here that I don't know, is there?
If I've got the answer to 722, I can always threaten to tell X-9. And then the Bureau won't dare get tough.
Japan either.
Go inside, Bob. Watch everybody Miss Moore talks to. If she uses the telephone, I want to know it.
X-9 off phone left some time ago.
I know. They are searching for Trent's room, but I am the only one who knows where he stayed.
Ah, so? And why, please, is Bach watching us more?
I told her the address to test her loyalty. Nobody can betray us but her.
But she has been in Japan. She broadcasts our propaganda.
Never trust a quisling. Take 2 men with you and go to Trent's room in the house of Lin San.
Here's what you want, Takahari. Listen to this. Don't try to get in touch with me for a while. Sorry I missed you. There's a big deal on at the house of Shan So, and I'm cut in. You'll probably be in it sooner or later. But don't say anything till I see you. How's that? It's signed Bill Browder. Hey, he writes pretty, don't he?
Just what I want. And now quickly, straight in the room.
Fix the room? What for?
We may have visitors soon. Secret Agent X-9 and our phone.
What a shame we'll have to disappoint Takahari.
What about Bill Browder? Do you know him?
A disreputable character. We'll wait for him in your room.
Does he stay at the Dupre Hotel?
Just down the hall from you.
Hello, Lorelei. This is Captain Groot. Ah, Nabura. Yes.
I will come to see you as soon as possible. I must wait here until Takahari reports.
Say good.
Is something the matter?
Nabura is delayed, that is all.
I'm sorry. I wanted a decision. This man, the one named Browder, is unsuitable.
It seems to me Browder resembles the man I saw in your motion picture.
Superficially, he does. But I do not think it's wise to send him to the United States to double Raymond.
You studied with Raymond. You should know.
I must be very sure of my choice. So much depends on it.
It's the only way to take advantage of the accidental discovery that Raymond's unsuccessful formula for a new explosive makes a perfect substitute for aviation gasoline.
Fortunately for us, Raymond does not realize that his experiment 722 is so valuable.
Yeah, the right double should be able to take the record from his files.
While the wrong one might give the whole plan away.
I'll have Browder sent back to shore.
Wait. Browder has seen my motion picture of Raymond.
But doesn't know his name.
And yet, if he talked, it might give the United Nations something to work on.
You're right. You will put Browder into an empty cabin under guard until Nabura decides what to do with him.
Yeah. That is wise. We should take no risks with a man who can be so valuable to X-9.
Hello, Mama Pierre. Is Mr. Corrigan in?
Perhaps he is. Or perhaps he went out the back door.
Do you mind if I find out?
Who am I to stop guests of having visitors?
You are so gracious, Mama. What are you two doing?
We're waiting for a man named Browder to come back to his room up the hall.
Bill Browder?
Mm-hmm.
I took it for granted you'd follow up on Trent. I know where he lives.
How did you find out? We located him, but only after we'd followed Takahari.
Takahari? Why, Nabura gave me Trent's address to tell Takahari. But I haven't seen him. It was the first chance I had to let you know.
There's your answer up, huh?
Answer to what?
Nabura figured you'd give us Trent's address. Yeah, she was testing you again.
Whew, that's too close for comfort.
You may not be in the clear yet. You better go. Use the rear entrance. Watch out for Nabura's pets.
Watch carefully the way the man uses his hands, his smile, the way he walks. It would not be necessary for you to look exactly like him. What you must be able to do is to make others who know him think that you are the man long enough to accomplish what we want. That is of utmost importance.
How are things progressing?
Very satisfactorily. Any one of these men will answer our purpose.
Duke, Miley, Gar. How so? Where is Browder?
Hakahima said Browder won't do. I thought you might wish to talk to him.
Excellent. Proceed with your instructions.
Bach telephoned that Miss Moore did not betray us. How did Takahari make out?
Covered the only trail X-9 could possibly find leading to us. Where is Browder?
D-Suite. Yovel is amusing him.
So, I will visit them. Explain, please.
Browder said he talked to you himself. He tricked me.
And got away. How long, please?
I don't know.
Then I had better arrange matters for Browder as fast as possible.
Hello, Browder. Over there.
What's the idea? What do you guys want?
Information, Browder.
Haven't got any.
You know me, don't you?
Sure, you're X-9. So what?
You wrote a note to Trent.
Them and me are old pals.
Trent's dead.
Uh-huh. He'd be alive now if Nabura's gold hadn't looked so easy to him.
What were you doing for her in the house of Shanso?
Look, guys, I'm in deep enough as it is. Any talking I do will get me the same thing Trent got.
You know something that we've got to know, brother.
Well, if I were back in the States, maybe I'd answer your questions, but as long as I'm on Shadow Island, I'm deaf, dumb, and blind.
Watch. They're closing in.
Takahari and Bach are staked out at the hotel entrances, huh?
Uh-huh.
Look, is this note a bluff or is it on the level?
Step outside if you don't believe us.
You're on the spot. If we can get you to a hideout, will you give us the information we want?
Anything you want to know.
Okay, where's your car?
It's on the next street, but I can't get to it now.
That's why you're safe with us, brother. We'll take the risks to keep you alive. Look, I'll take Browder's car and lead him on a wild goose chase. That'll give you time to question him and put him where Nabura's men can't find him.
Plenty of time.
Browder's making a getaway. Where's your car?
Down the street.
This is the man, Nabura.
Do you bring me a message from Takahari or Bach?
No, they left me watching the Dupree Hotel when they went after Browder, who was trying to escape.
You're not supposed to leave your station.
I know, but I found out that Browder is still in the hotel with our phone.
So, X-9 is misleading Takahari and Bach, making them think that he is Browder. Perhaps X-9 has outsmarted himself.
I got him. that car stay on the road?
You didn't hit him. Now, hurry, look. That's not Browder.
Secret Agent X-9. Faster, Bach, faster. I won't miss him this time. Maybe X-9 went up that side road we passed. I can't see him ahead.
Maybe so, but we'd better get back. He led us out here to give Ah Fong a chance to question Browder and then hide him.
I think you're right.
Are you sure you've overlooked nothing, Browder?
I'm not holding out on you, Ah Fong. All I know is that tonight they're bringing in better motion pictures of the guy I saw on the screen.
But he is an American.
Yes, but I don't know who he is.
Papa, come and see what is happening.
Oui, Mama.
Come on, Papa! Open the door! Open the door!
Open when it's locked.
I've got the key here. There. Open it. Don't get me out of it. Why, there was shooting back there and somebody locked the door.
Here, let me do it. You better stay here. Browder's dead, and Ah Fong's gone.
You hear that, Mama? They can't have gone very far. Perhaps we can find them.
I hope so, because if we don't, Ah Fong won't be alive very much longer.
Well,
Do something, Papa. Do something.
I myself will search every nook and corner of this town.
But while you're doing that, I'll be doing some searching myself.
By refusing to do as I ask, Ah Fong, you are making a fatal mistake.
It would be a mistake to betray my country. By refusing to do so, I merely lose my life.
I regret your decision. Chinese and Japanese should work together.
Work together for the prosperity of Japan? The degradation of China? No. Thank you.
You have made your choice. It is unimportant whether you talk voluntarily or involuntarily.
I beg your pardon, Abura. There are some who abhor disgrace more than they fear pain.
Brave words do not make bravery. Think about it until night comes. Stay with Ah Fong. And make sure, Yogo, he does not trick you.
It is ridiculous. Going through all the trouble of reproducing Professor Raymond's office at Landfill University.
On the contrary, Captain Groot, it is necessary. The man we select to impersonate Professor Raymond must be thoroughly familiar with everything concerning the one place where he can steal what we need.
The talking motion picture that are coming from Germany will show him the professor's mannerisms. If he can pass for Raymond, he won't have any difficulty with his filing case.
Ah Fong refuses to cooperate.
Whoever expected him to. The sooner Ah Fong is put on the submarine, the sooner Kurakaga can start working on him.
You amaze me, Captain Groot. I've always understood that Germans are patient and thorough.
Yes, where such qualities are needed. All we need now
We need 722, Professor Raymond's formula that he thinks is an unsuccessful experiment in explosives.
And which we know is a perfect substitute for aviation gas.
I'm quite aware of all that. That's why I suggest you let Germany send a man to Lansdale University.
Twice your people have been smuggled into America. Twice captured and executed. No, Captain Groot. Military intelligence will handle this affair without interference from Berlin.
And without any interference, I hope, from the American agent X-9.
Hello, Parker. You still around, Corrigan?
Makes you think I wouldn't be.
Nothing in particular.
Undercover agents, when they're known, usually don't survive this climate.
Some do, Solo. Maybe I'm one of them. I've got something for you, Marker. It was thrown at me a few minutes ago. Check it for fingerprints, and then return it to its owner with my compliments. Where's Camber?
In his office.
Thanks.
You can forget those fingerprints, Marker. Give the knife to Nabora. She'll know who it belongs to.
What do you want?
I want to see you, Camber.
I'm sorry I can't say the same.
I'm looking for Ah Fong.
I haven't seen him.
He was taken by force from Papa Pierre's this morning.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you own this island and pretend to govern it.
There's no pretending about it. Shadow Island is run my way. People paying me to stay here do as I say or they don't remain long.
Okay, we'll talk about that some other time. Right now, Ah Fong's disappearance is the important thing. Well, he works for you, doesn't he? He's supposed to have your protection.
While he's working for me. Not while he's working for you, Corrigan.
Does that mean you're not going to do anything to help find him?
I told you before I wasn't interested in anything you undercover men do.
That leaves it up to me, then, huh?
Yeah.
I've looked all over this town today trying to locate Ah Fong.
I know all about that.
But there's still one place that I haven't looked. The interned German liner.
The Lorelei is German property under my protection according to international neutrality laws. I would advise you not to go snooping around the Lorelei.
Nevertheless, that's exactly where I'm headed.
Hey, Corrigan. There's a phone call for you.
Oh, thanks. Hello, Corrigan.
This is Lynn, Phil. I'll do the talking. People can overhear you.
Okay, you said it for me.
When I got to the speedboat, Nabora was there and told me my broadcast was canceled. She didn't want me around. Do you suppose she's having Ah Fong taken to the submarine?
We'll have to find out.
I thought so. I'll watch Nabora. You'd better get to the boat landing.
Yeah, right away.
Watch closely. Very tricky.
There ain't no tricks I don't know. He'll stay put.
You know where to meet the submarine? The signal to use?
Look, I ain't no kid. I said yes before.
Stand by. I'm veering for rendezvous with speedboat, sir.
Reduce speed. 3/4.
Reduce speed. 3/4.
Steady as you go.
Steady as you go.
We must get back quickly, Phil. Motion picture film is coming to the island tonight from Germany by Japanese plane. Motion picture film? Browder told me. All we have to do is to identify the American in the film, and we'll know about 722. Where are they landing it? I've told you all that Browder knew. Well, we may not be up a dead end at that. Lynn's following the Bura.
You had better come to the office with me, Takahari. You stay in the car, Bar. As soon as I get the report, Takahari and you can leave for the meeting.
I'm happy to see you all, Fong.
No more happy than I, Lynn. Any luck?
I saw Nabura and Bach in a side street near her office. Nabura ordered Bach to stay in the car until Takahari came back with news.
About where to find the film, I'll bet.
The radio message from the plane has just been received and telephoned to Nabura.
Any change from the plan?
None. The film will be dropped when we signal.
Bravo. Signal.
You're dropping the field out there.
Take care of the light. I'll get it. Thanks for unwrapping it for me.
is useless for me to run this slow film, Captain Good. I need more recent photograph of Professor Raymond and a soundtrack of his voice.
As you know, Hakahima, the new film is on its way to Shadow Island from Germany, by way of Japan.
You will not have to wait much longer, Hakahima.
So, Nobura, the plane is bringing it.
Yes, the can of film is to be dropped in a field where Takahari and Bach will pick it up.
Takahari and Bach didn't know Phil was riding with him,
But the risk he is taking will be justified if we arrive in time to help get the film from Nobura's man.
Thanks for unwrapping it for me.
He's all right.
Let's get him out here.
I was pretty lucky at that. I tripped, fell on my face and knocked myself out, so Bach and Takahari left me for dead.
Yes, but had we gotten here earlier, we'd probably have the film as well as you.
If I had to choose between you and the film, I think I'd choose you.
Thank you, Lynn. You know something? The identity of the American in that newsreel is the key to 722.
Whatever the plan is, there's no doubt that it threatens the success of the United Nations.
The mysterious official sent from Tokyo has some connection with it.
So the men who have disappeared after Nobura interviewed them.
Where does she hide them? And show them motion pictures?
I don't know. I wish... The intern German liner.
The Lorelei. Let me off at the pier. I've been on it before.
I'll take Lynn to the House of Shadows and come back.
No, I've got another job for you, Alphonse. I think I know of a way to make Lucky Camber help us against Nobura.
I'm sure you'll understand when I say that I need many filing cases to hold the records of my unsuccessful efforts. Only part of one to hold the records of my accomplishments. And in conclusion, I wish to assure my worthy colleagues that I'm exhausting every means possible to develop new explosives. But until each formula has been tested and proved practical, I shall withhold it from public use.
It is important that you remember this man's speech characteristic. Soft-spoken, easily understood, pulling his ear.
I got you. I thought of this.
Take them back to the cabin, Yogo. I will not need them again until later.
Yeah.
Your training is progressing very rapidly, Hakahima. Have you decided which of your students is best fitted to impersonate Professor Albert Raymond?
Not yet, Nabura. The man chosen must be able to imitate Raymond's slightest idiosyncrasy.
Ah, you are too careful, Hakahima. All this double has to do is to impersonate Raymond long enough to copy Formula 722, which you will find in his office files, and then disappear.
How can the double get to the office without his being discovered if he does not act exactly as Dr. Raymond does?
Captain Groot forgets. Raymond does not realize that one of his unsuccessful experiments in explosive is a perfect substitute for aviation gasoline.
That is why the entire plan to get 722 depends upon no one ever suspecting the true value of the formula. Least of all, X-9. Welcome, X-9. You underestimate the vigilance of the men selected to guard the Lorelei.
So I see.
When the guard reported that you were on board, I was disappointed. I had just been assured that you were dead.
That's what makes our work so interesting, Nabura. You can never be sure of anything.
Yes, that is often true. Not this time, however, if you please.
Cassidy, you're curious to know how much you have found out about 722.
I can imagine.
Lorelei? Is this Captain Groot? Ah, Takahari. For you, Nabura.
What is it, Takahari?
Miss Moore is here and thinks it is important to speak to you.
Very well.
Nabura.
Report, please.
Our Fong is with Lucky Camber at the House of Shadows, and I think it has something to do with you and the Lorelei.
Ah, so. Thank you. I will attend to the matter at once. I am sorry, but I must forego the pleasure of helping you question X-9 for a little while. Is Alphonse still with Camber?
Yes, Nabura, he is. But he came out for a while and talked with Marka. Thank you.
Our Japanese tiger lily apparently anticipates what Ah Fong is up to.
That's all right with me.
If Lucky was smart, he'd get what X-9 and Nabura are after. Then threaten each of them that he'd give it to the other.
Maybe you're right at that, Solo.
That's not unusual, Marka.
And that's how it is, Naburo. The Lorelei is interned here under international neutrality laws. And Captain Gruce has to obey those laws the same as I do.
Ah, so. Ah Fong accuses Captain Groot of violating his neutrality.
Captain Groot is using the Lorelei for the headquarters of your espionage activities.
Have you agreed to help Ah Fong?
I help nobody but me. Bring me proof. If he does, I'll keep the Lorelei so empty. Drop a pin in her and she'll rattle.
You resemble the Chinese, Mr. Kamba. Their stubbornness is a knife with which they stab themselves.
I beg your pardon, Nabura. Old Japanese custom. You call it harakiri.
Don't expect any protection from me, Afang. You are one swell Fantan dealer, but I don't hire spies.
Of course, Mr. Kamba. That would not be neutral either.
You are making a fortune through your ownership of Shadow Island?
Thanks to taxes, gambling, and fugitives from other countries who are willing to pay to stay here. Not bad.
If your island were occupied, there would be no profits.
I know. My neutrality depends on Shadow Island's usefulness to Japan. That's why I left that old Nazi tub alone.
A practical man is always practical. This complaint of Afan against Captain Groot is a move by X-9 to compel you to act, aiding him, of course. But at present, X-9 is my prisoner on the Lorelei.
Is Arfong in Mr. Corrigan's room, Mama Pierre?
Mais oui, mon petit. Our family is there. And the so nice Monsieur Corrigan. You expect him, yes?
We expect him. No. It's lucky we decided I should listen at Camber's Alphonse.
Having you telephone Nabura so we could hear what she and Camber said is the smartest move Phil has made yet. When he shows Camber that newsreel...
Phil doesn't have the newsreel. Nabura has him. I heard her tell Lucky.
Go back to the House of Shadows, Lynn. You're invaluable to the United Nations as the quisling you pretend to be. Nobody can take your place broadcasting propaganda for the Japanese.
I know. Duty.
I'll get some men I can trust and go after Phil.
Good luck.
Captain Groot waited for Nabura to return. When he comes, he will show her how a man can be chilled just cold enough to suffer agony, yet never cold enough to die. Even the great X-9 will be more than eager to tell us everything.
Oh, now, Bach, not everything. Even Japs and Nazis aren't that curious, are they?
Everything. Inside, swine.
I telephoned for you to come here, too. Bach is taking X-9 now to the refrigerating rooms.
What do you want me to do?
Take charge of the guards on the ship. Arfang probably knows that X-9 is on board.
Nabora is right, Takahari. I've come for X-9 and proof for Camber. You have a small revolver. Let me have it, please. Hold them here until I get back with X-9.
Nabuda will attend to our fallen X-9. I'll stand guard here. Take care of the bodies.
Bodies? There's only one.
2.
This should keep X-9 uncomfortable until Nabora and Captain Groot arrive.
Shut off that machine and release X-9. Nabora kindly told me where to find you, but as I did not know the ship, it took me a little longer to get here than I wished.
Unfortunately for you, Arfang. I am better acquainted with the Lorelei. Put him in with X-9.
Arfang and Mr. Corrigan returned yet, Mama Pierre?
No, mademoiselle. I have not seen them come in. But perhaps Papa will know.
Mama, must you ring the bell so loud? Bonsoir, Mademoiselle Moore. And what is it you wish me to do you for?
Have you heard from Arfang since he left to go to Lorelei to find out what happened to Phil?
You hear, Mama? Why would anyone want to go to an intern German liner?
Why anyone would ask Papa the questions and expect the answers, that I do not know.
To Mademoiselle's question, there is only one answer, Mama. Monsieur Corrigan, he was in trouble. Afon went to help him. Now Afon, he is in trouble too.
Can't get X-9 out of that liquid air freezer now, even if we let him.
You mean it's ready to explode?
Any minute. They got away.
Search on this deck. There's only one other way out of here, and that leads to the upper decks.
What blew up down below?
Did you see X-9 or his Chinese friend?
No. Come with us.
No, Hakahima, we don't go below decks now. Not until I get a report on what happened.
You seem to overestimate my importance, Captain Groot. The work can be completed now without me.
What Nabura does with you is your own business. You and she are Japanese. But I, as German, I don't want to be responsible for anything happening to you. Not when 722 is involved.
It was the liquid air freezing vault, just as we suspected. No one was hurt, but Afon and X-9 escaped.
From the Lorelei or just from down there?
From down there.
They must not leave the ship.
Hakahima. That's the name of Nabura's mysterious visitor from Tokyo.
Yeah, we find him and can't nab him. Anyway, we know his name and where to locate him next time.
You didn't come on this ship looking for him, but for a newsreel.
At least we could carry that away with us. Unless we can pick it up on the fly. I don't see it around for any place, do you? Well, it's a cinch we can't stop to hunt for it now.
This is the last place to look for it.
I know, but let's not wait to find out how long it lasts.
Why that way? They've got the pier guarded. Our only chance is to get to the other side of the ship and overboard.
There they are. Keep firing. I'll send men to get them when they come ashore.
There's no use waiting or hoping any longer. I've got to get back to the House of Shadow. Phil, where's Alphonse?
In my room, he's safe too. We had to swim for it and then get away from the Boer's men on shore, but we finally made it.
Am I glad to see you and hear that? Phil tells me you saved him, Alphonse.
It is only important that he's alive and knows the identity of Nabura's secret visitor from Tokyo, a man named Hakahima.
Hakahima?
Uh-huh. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring him with us.
Too busy getting away yourselves, I imagine. Did you get the film?
No, there was motion picture equipment in the salon, but no can of film lying around.
At least we know more now than before.
A little.
More than that. This Hakahima is training someone chosen by Nabura from Occidental fugitives on the island to impersonate the American on the film.
Yes, but we have to identify that American before we have a direct lead to 722.
You will. You're also sure Tokyo is using the number to designate some big new move against the United Nations.
Yes, but that's all we know, and that's not enough. Are you broadcasting tonight?
If Nabura gives the word, why?
Ask Australia to forward Akihima's name to Washington. You know, There's a chance that he might have been to the United States.
I hope he was.
I noticed a telephone in Groot's cabin. That means there must be a temporary line to shore. You know where it goes?
Next door to here, in Nabura's office.
I thought so. Why hunt for the newsreel? Hakahima's what we want. He can identify the American in the film and also give us the answer to 722.
Of one thing I am certain. Neither X-9 nor Ah-Fong had any opportunity of learning anything while they were on the Lorelei.
Unless it was something about Hakahima. They might have been in the salon at one time while Hakahima and I were here.
You say that as if you have some reason to believe it.
It's such a little thing, but I remember now. The door to the salon seemed closed when we left here with Yogel to search for them. It was opened when we returned.
Knowing my name would not help them any.
But your name can be traced in the United States. You studied there with Professor Albert Raymond.
But how can they? You see, I was sent to Landfield University under a different name.
Japanese military intelligence makes few mistakes, Captain Groot. Our secret is still safe. They do not know that we are training a man to impersonate Raymond.
And even Raymond does not suspect that we can mix one of his unsuccessful explosives with distilled water, and it becomes a perfect substitute for aviation gasoline.
Yeah, you made the discovery accidentally. But Hakahima, the sooner you train the man who is to go to America posing as Raymond...
You have seen this picture of Raymond before. It is an enlargement from the newsreel. Can you train a man to impersonate him any faster?
The man is ready now. What is so difficult about copying Formula 722 from Raymond's files?
Captain Groot. He will be 7,000 miles away from us, on his own with no one to coach him. Therefore, he must be able to impersonate Raymond perfectly, and that takes time.
We shall have only this one chance to gain an independent fuel supply. One chance for final Axis victory, Captain Groot. And you want to hurry.
This note came by messenger to the pier. Bach and Takahari questioned him. He said Camber gave it to him.
Come at once. X-9 claims a man named Hakahima is illegally on board the Lorelei, which is interned under international neutrality. X-9 accuses Groot and demands that I act. You are right, Groot. X-9 heard you and Hakahima talking. Bach and Takahari will go with me.
I shall post extra guards. Nobody is going to take Hakahima or me off my ship.
X-9 is closer to 722, I guess, than he ever was before.
You should be nearer than that. Japan won't move against you if you can threaten to turn the secret over to X-9.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Solo.
Something tells me Nabura's in for an unpleasant surprise.
Somebody's a clever forger. This looks like my handwriting, but I didn't write it.
Seems real. Are you tricking me? Sending men to the Lorelei, perhaps, while I am here?
I don't go back on customers. And you're paying protection for Hakahima.
X-9 was not here?
No, but that's probably who your phony note came from.
Go to the submarine. Tell Captain Kurakaga I shall radio him after your broadcast. All right, Nabura. See if X-9 is at Dupre's.
Where will you be, please?
Back on the Lorelei.
We'll report by telephone from your office.
Get busy on that phone, Alphonse.
Captain Groot, this is Takahari calling from Nabura's office.
What is it, Takahari?
Nabura wants Hakahima to come here at once.
Hakahima?
So. And hurry. Very fast, please.
All right, Takahari.
Good.
You're a good forger. I'm a good imitator.
Let's give this place the once-over, huh?
Nothing here. Nabura's too clever for that.
Say, we'd better intercept Akihima. Nabura's liable to be here any minute with Bach and Takahara.
Pardon, please. You wait here for Hakahima. Then we'll take you to Nabura.
Get Akihima. I'll take care of these two. Get over next to the table. Hello?
Bach?
No. No, Nabura. This is X-9.
So. And Bach and Takahari?
Don't worry about them, Nabura. They'll be here when you want them.
X-9 has Hakahima, Bach, and Takahari.
And there's nothing more to do.
You underestimate me, Groot.
X-9 found out that Papa Pierre does not use this wine cellar anymore, and so we are occupying it without his permission.
Bach and Takahari won't follow us now. Don't brace yourself for torture. Americans don't work that way. Relax. It's easy to talk.
I'm a scientist. Bushido, the Japanese code of warrior honor, does not appeal to me.
Bushido can appeal to no reasonable man of goodwill.
I don't want to go to the United States. And I cannot tell you what you want to know. Because then I can never return to Japan. Nabura couldn't help but know who told you.
You can be sure you won't return to Japan if you don't give us the information we want.
What would you do if I explain how you can learn all about 722 without throwing suspicion on me?
Once I was sure you told the truth, we let you escape.
There is a secret headquarters at the other end of the town.
Tell Nabura I got a lead to it by searching her office.
That would help protect me.
You better stay here with Akihima. How do I get to the headquarters?
I've never been there, but I have heard Nabura talk about it and can direct you.
Fortunately, I can be sure of success this time. So certain that I am having Groot radio Captain Kodakaga to relay my message of assurance to Tokyo.
And so, Australians, day by day, Asia rallies to the cause of Japan. Asia wants Asia for the Asiatics. Asia believes that Japan is her champion. That is why I, who now plead with you, call myself Miss Australia to identify my nationality and warn you. Make peace with Japan before it is too late. Good night.
You know, every time I hear Miss Moore, I hate to think what would happen if the Japs ever find out she's an Australian secret agent.
So do I. No decoration's too good for her. She gave us the urgent signal, so she's got a code message for us in this broadcast.
Message come from the Lorelei, sir, as Miss Moore said it would the moment she was finished.
In code?
No, sir.
Relay Tokyo. Akihima captured by X-9. But will act according to plan and send X-9 into a pre-arranged trap.
I anticipated that someday, perhaps, Hakahima might become your guest, X-9. And so I arranged with Hakahima to send you here, where men always tell me what I want to know. Turn around and look at the floor, X-9. Your life will be spared if you will tell me where Hakahima is hidden.
Must confess, Nabora, I'd like to be able to tell you. But right now, Hakihima's more important to the United Nations than I am.